Coming up next, it's a flyweight title fight between Henry Cejudo and Tim Elliott. So here he is, the #1 flyweight contender, looking to change that title here in 25 minutes or fewer and leave as the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world. What a run to contention it has been for this young man. He has put together a long winning streak. He's got the finishes to make the fans happy. He's done everything to position himself for this type of championship opportunity. Now, under the lights, we'll see what he can do with it. So here he is, the UFC's reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion, making the walk for another defense here tonight. And if he wants to be mentioned with some of this division's greats of all time, and really with some of the greats of all time, this is one he's got to have here tonight. As the title defenses start to pile up, you can be mentioned in the conversation with guys like Demetrius Johnson. So here we go, another title defense here at 125. We'll see how it goes for the reigning champ. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Both fighters are 33 years of age, with some differences in height and a similar reach. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! Our round for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 12 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Lee Summit, Missouri, presenting the challenger, Tim Elliott. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Greco-Roman wrestler, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Henry the Messenger Cejudo.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Are you ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, you have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. Going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it upright.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
Just out of range with the big right hand. gold medalist Cejudo gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice pop there from the crowd as he finally gets the takedown. He stayed committed to the offensive wrestling, and now he has his opponent where he wants.
A sigh of relief.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. He's gonna attack armbar here.
Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to...
Crowd pops as Elliott fights out. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Cejudo. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Working off of his back here, looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, you gotta stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here, nice punch. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Cejudo. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
Good work from the top here by Cejudo. He continues to evolve as a striker.
All right, listen to me, bud. Breathe, relax. I need you to get out there and keep this fight on your feet. I want you to avoid that takedown.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
Round two underway. Huge block there. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Throwing that jab, no good. Oh, tags him with the overhand. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are gonna take their toll as this fight goes on. 48 total strikes have landed for Henry Cejudo, and landing at an 81% clip tonight against Tim Elliott. Right hand on point. Takedown defense holds up. Elliott's strike attempt there is blocked.
Right hand punch from the clinch. Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big knees from his host.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Now, oh, and a quick entry.
Great single entry, rotates the high crotch, is taking it for a ride.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Back and forth we go. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round.
Wow, actually got the takedown.
Oh, gets the single leg takedown. Pretty good velocity on that one. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining. What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big, explosive actions, panic. Oh, nice headlock. Oh, nice.
And he's out. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Back to the feet now. Nice hook lands. Cejudo's shot there is blocked. 15 seconds remain in the round.
Those punches to the body are really starting to take its toll.
Now he's masterful from here.
Oh, he went to a single, switch to a high punch. Oh, takes it from behind. What a fantastic takedown.
All right, let us look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC punches in bunches.
I mean, over and over, he landed that big punch, and every time he landed it, he got the reaction that he was looking for. His opponent really did start to take notice every time he was loading that strike up.
Listen, I need you to go out there and
You ready? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch.
Really timing his shots nicely. Good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity.
70 total strikes have now landed for Henry Cejudo. And in terms of the connection rate, if you care, 71% accuracy thus far against Tim Elliott. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation, and a healthy one, for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Elliott. Oh, these are some big punches here from the top, DC. He hasn't needed to enter his opponent's guard yet, and he may not have to.
He may not have to, but he's doing a real good job of being aware. There's danger when you're standing on top of a like that. You gotta watch up kick. Notice how he leads with his hips when he goes to land the strike. Beautiful takedown land.
Elliott gets the single leg takedown. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Oh, big elbow. Oh! Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Nice looping punch.
And both guys really, now the transition to the judo throw, right into side control where he will have no shortage of options. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. You got to be careful, armbar.
And he's out. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
All right, got to be careful playing around inside his guard.
Absolutely, John. That's why you don't sit in a full guard. When you sit in a full guard, it gives these guys too many opportunities to chase submissions, and now he's jumping on a triangle.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship round. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, here we go as our next round gets underway. His striking was money in that previous round. Got to think he'll pick up where he left off.
All about the money. It was greenback, cash, dollar bills, yo. Every single strike he landed was on point, it was accurate, and it was heavy. Every time he let loose, he was able to land.
And the hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
Side control now. Elliott's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Oh, yeah, right hand.
All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Elliott scrambling pretty well, though. Nice kick landed there by Elliott. Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it.
Oh, that was a big takedown. Is this the one that's going to break him?
Cejudo going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement. Now he's going to attack the triangle choke here. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. We have now hit the final minute of this championship fight. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Cejudo. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Last round, guys. You ready? You ready?
Fifth and final round forthcoming. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. Ooh!
Nice entry into the finish, correct.
Elliott's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. All right, feet on the hips here. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Elliott. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, this is some serious pressure from the top by Cejudo. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock, and if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel, right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish, he has... Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Cejudo. Nice hammer fist. Fighters back to their feet here. 90 seconds remain in the fight. The Olympic gold medalist Cejudo gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
All right, well, time is the enemy now, DC, and he's really running out of it if he's going to get his hand raised tonight.
He's got to go forward. He's got to just put everything at his opponent to try and find that punch or that kick that's going to end the fight. There is no time for strategy.
Flush right hand is true. Just misses with a
Nice
left hook there.
plan.
Oh, and he moves into half guard. The guard pass is starting to pile up.
Right away, he takes the far side underhook. Look for damage from the top to come now.
All right, so there's the final horn. I'm not fond of the phrase, to be the champ, you gotta beat the champ, right? But he certainly did enough, I think, to beat the champ.
Yeah, I believe he won the fight. It was a close fight. And I know people will yell and scream, oh, he did not dominate the champion. Well, you don't have to. All you have to do is win the fight. And regardless of how it looks, this young man should be crowned the new UFC champion.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Timothy Elliott.
All right, so how about this result tonight? This should shut up some of the flyweight naysayers, right? We got a new UFC flyweight champion, and he looked like one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world tonight.
He is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and he has the charisma to make people care about the 125-pound division. Great job by this young man.